Hello, dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Guess what? It's raining in our region, which is why we had to shelter on our terrace in the office. And we are here to let you know the latest Benidorm news updates. So if you want to know what is going on, what are the new interesting sculptures that appeared in Benidorm to make some pictures with and explore what happened and what will happen, will we be able to save our typical traditional small stores and businesses in Benidorm's city center? Authentic lack of workers that is getting worse and worse each and every single year, not only in Benidorm but in whole area of Spain in the touristic spots, that is making hotels basically fight for a workforce. Followed by the weather forecast. Let's begin today's video. Stay tuned if you want to know more. First of all, let's talk about the tourism update real quick. Right now, we are in around 90% of occupancy, which means that there's plenty of people everywhere you go. Even on typical work days, you could have seen it in today's video that we've published from the old town in Benidorm with, by the way, some unusual businesses, very useful businesses, very fun, very nice and interesting, and typical traditional Spanish businesses that we all love and cherish, with gorgeous views of viewpoints, Levante Beach, and just streets full of people and tourists wandering around and exploring. And it will get even busier towards the actual summer months here in Benidorm. Not only here, but Balearic Islands, Canary Islands, all the coastal and seashore areas are really busy this year. And in the first few months, we've already hit more than 17 million tourist visitors in Spain. So by the end of this year, we will probably go quite above the last year's record. We've had some interesting, entertaining activities here. We've celebrated the Bicycle Day. Right now, we keep and continue celebrating the 700th anniversary of Benidorm. 700 years. Our loveliest in the old times village, now quite a big town, almost a city, exists in our country. Happy 700th birthday to Benidorm town. And there's also a brand new exposition and a brand new place to make some pictures. If you remember, every now and then Benidorm changes different types of sculptures. There were the lovely swans that made like a heart with their heads. This was an iconic place to make pictures on the Poniente Beach. Before, we've had some other sculptures everywhere inside of the city, but now we have brand new ones that I'm quite sure will appear very soon on social media of all the tourists who will be arriving. And it is already installed. It is this one right here, which is the tunas. That's how it's called. It is 3 giant tuna fish that are like put one on top of the other from bigger to the smallest one. And it is already being installed on the Poniente Beach, more or less the same place where the swans were located and a few other sculptures that were here previously. Benidorm changes them almost every single year, but it is something interesting, new to explore and discover during your lovely walk down Benidorm town. And we'll be there very soon to show you updates on the Poniente Beach as well. Apart from that, there's going to be excursions. There's going to be different types of events. There's theme parks open, water activities already. Even the fly fish and the banana is already there, all ready to go. The cable ski, the parasailing, jet skis. There's excursions. There's markets. By the way, crafts market on the old town viewpoint by the church, it is available already. There's different markets like Sundays and Wednesdays market. There's market, authentic market by the tram station in Benidorm, which is where mostly locals go. There's loveliest towns and villages such as Altea, which we've shown you here on the channel, Albir, different Alicante areas, so many places, Villajoyosa, so many places to discover, to enjoy that. There's lack of time, more than places to visit during your holidays. So there's plenty of things you will be able to see from now on. And especially if the weather will be quite all right, which we'll see about that towards the end of this video. The second news is about all these small, teeny tiny, authentic local shops that have been for ages in Benidorm town, those that were open even before the tourism kicked in Benidorm. These shops hardly survive nowadays, which is why Benidorm Town Hall decided to do something about it, and they've created, and they are in process of finishing it, the web page. We'll put you the link right here. This is the website where there's going to be a separate page created. It's not public just yet. They're working on it. But on this page, there will be all the most traditional, all the most authentic small businesses in Benidorm. The location, the phone number, what they specialize in. And like this, those who want to visit the city, or even locals who didn't know about these businesses maybe, but they're really, really useful, will be able to see where they actually are at. And not only that, but towards the end of summer, hopefully it could have been beginning of summer, but for some reason it's towards end of August, September months, probably. We still need to know the exact date. There's going to be a market created on one of the Benidorm streets, which is where you will be able to see all these businesses, and they will demonstrate everything that they are preparing and everything they're selling. For example, it might be handmade candles. It might be typical food or snacks from this area, like caramelized nuts, walnuts, apples, etc. It might be bags that are personalized with name, handcrafted paintings, olive oil, ham, wines of the region of Alicante, and much, much more. Maybe some original clothing brand made of natural materials. The hand painted magnets and souvenirs for tourists, all this would be available there. So you would be able to see what the local businesses, authentic businesses, look like, not franchises and huge chains of businesses that have been here for a while and still are coming as for the day of today. By now, we have McDonald's, we have Burger King, we have Subway, we have KFC, we have Popeyes. What else do we have? We have Starbucks now. We'll be having Five Guys as well, Foster's Hollywood. What else? Many, many others we do have here in the region. So obviously, preserving the essence of Benidorm's traditional city center, which is where we've been today, and the old town, both of these areas, is quite important for the city, and it's important for us locals. And I'm quite sure a lot of you do love the authentic, typical shops with something unusual, something uh, typical from the area, something that you will not find in any other shop inside of the city. Let us know if you prefer these types of businesses towards big franchises here in the comment section. I'm quite sure a lot of you will definitely enjoy these businesses during your holidays. And now let's continue with the last news, and it is about the increasing amount of tourism. As we've mentioned already, more than 17 million people in the first few months of a year, first 3 months actually of the year, the increasing amount of visitors, which means that there is more and more necessity of workers inside of a touristic industry. And we're not talking about Benidorm just yet. It's everywhere. Benidorm as well, obviously, because it's almost the #1 touristic destination in Valencian community and one of the top ones in Spain. It's Canary Islands, Balearic Islands, all these areas, the coast of the Mediterranean Sea as well. All these places require a lot of staff to cover the needs of the amount of tourists that keeps arriving nonstop. No protests, no price increases, nothing seems to stop people from arriving here on holidays, which I get it. Obviously, it's a great place. We live here for a reason as well. It's a great place, not only for holidays, but for like a usual residence. It has an incredible climate, the people, the gastronomy, the type of food, the services that it offers, the beach areas, the cleanliness, the safety overall, which is, by the way, we've seen one comment that was saying Benidorm is becoming extremely dangerous. Don't know where they've got this from, but it is quite a safe city, one of the safest ones, honestly. And there's way, way more dangerous places for tourists in Spain. Trust me. You only have to look at what Barcelona has inside and what's happening there, and how many videos of pickpocketers and even people whistling, learning about pickpocketers. We don't have that in Benidorm because we don't have any need for it. but there are cities that do. So is Benidorm a dangerous place to be? I personally don't think so. And we live here, so we would know from firsthand if it would become a dangerous place to be. But so far, obviously, it is not the case. You just need to know which places to go and don't drink too much. Then you'll be perfectly fine. So, many places are literally fighting for workers. Many hotels, chains, in tourism industry are literally trying to get the workers as much as they can. They are trying to put more tentative offers, better work conditions. Finally, this is happening. Better work conditions because cleaners and housekeepers, those who work in restaurants and bars in the hotels, reception a lot of the times, although they tend to have better work conditions, maintenance, gardeners, etc. All the people who are there to help you have a great holiday, there is a huge lack of these. Thousands and thousands of work positions are not covered just yet. And we're heading full speed towards summer. In less than a month, it is June already, which is calendar summer month. So we need to be ready by then, which is not the case just yet. People do not want to work in this industry. First of all, because in pandemics, they've seen what is really important, and they've seen some of them shifted to other jobs because they could, and that was the only way to get the income. Others decided to study something else and also change. Third ones decided it's just not for them because they've seen how good the life is without working in this severe and difficult, stressful industry. So hotels need to give their best to actually attract workers. We will see how it will be throughout this year. It's going to be really interesting because each year tourism increases, but the amount of workers not so much in proportion. So we might see some queues inside of the restaurants, hotels, maybe cafeterias, bars, etc. Might not be the case though if these businesses will finally find the workers that they need. But something tells me, as every single year happens, that it's not going to be the case, and there's still going to be quite a lack of workers. Let us know if the previous years you've managed to see a difference, and if previous years you've had to wait maybe slightly more, or you've noticed the service wasn't as good due to a possible lack of workers in the service industry. We'll read you in the comment section. We definitely noticed a lot of these issues, waiting times, really unfriendly faces or phrases or actions, probably due to stress they're having because they're really severely understaffed. Let us know what you think. And now let's talk about the weather. What is going on right now? This is what you've seen on midday. This was the atmosphere in the old town in Benidorm on the Levante beach. It was really, really nice. It was really warm. We were walking like this with blouses, with t-shirts, and we were perfectly fine with half open shoes, like spring summery shoes already, and it was incredible. But now we have quite big clouds coming our way. It was raining just a few minutes ago, not a severe rain, but just a little bit of it. And it's going to be strange. It's going to be a mix between sunshine and clouds these upcoming days. And for Thursday, it might be raining a little bit. And then on Saturday, all Spain is covered with rain, with an exception of our area. But Sunday, the weather forecast tells us, at least for now, that it's supposed to be raining again because the whole country will be covered. And we're supposed to not to escape this weather either. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it will change. Still 1 week almost to go. So many things can shift. Meanwhile, hopefully it's going to be the case. Although our region still needs some rain before summertime. So if it's just one day, I guess it's fine with us. The temperatures are quite nice. On midday, it was around 26 to 28 degrees on the sunshine. That was bizarre. But now it's around 20, 21 on average, which is also all right, if not for the small rain that we've had a few minutes ago. The water temperature was around 17.3, which is great. We see more and more people each time swimming and enjoying their beach holidays here in Benidorm. Thank you for accompanying us in today's short latest. Spain news update and Benidorm news update. We wish you a great day, lovely holidays if you are on ones. Say hi if you see us. We'd love to meet our subscribers. Stay tuned for new videos, and we'll see you very soon with a new video tomorrow here on the channel. Goodbye.